You might be you might be a bad snorer, like a bad snorer, but I might fuck with that. I don't know, sensor. I might actually that might be something but someone else might feel like, oh, this is like a deal breaker for me. I can't deal with this. So I just feel like it's your spice. You just have to figure out what you can deal with, what you can tolerate.
Thank you guys for tuning in to AfroFusionArchive. My name is Jimmy, and today I have the honor of being with one of the hottest voices in the industry, Big Dutty Gyal, Fave. Welcome. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm good. I'm cold.
You cold?
Yes.
It's okay, but you in New York, how's New York?
In the winter. I feel like every time I come to New York, it's always like in the winter. I need to come like in the summertime.
You gotta come in the summertime. It's the best time to be here.
Yeah.
It's more. I mean, it's always live in New York, but it's just a
true.
little warmer. And the vibe is different when it's in the summertime.
I mean, that's what everyone says. So I have to come and see for myself. But still, the vibes in New York is like good. It's just that because I'm a Nigerian babe, so I'm not used to the cold.
But how do you like it so far, even though it's cold?
Yeah, cool.
It's cool.
I shot a video yesterday night with Super Smash Bros. And we were kind of doing like a party in the video, so everyone was just lit from the beginning to the end. So I think the vibes in New York is cool.
Yeah, I like it. But I mean, what has been your biggest culture shock? Because people do talk about how New York, and they kind of compare it to Lagos sometimes, just kind of talking about how Lagos is kind of similar to to New York.
Well, I say first off, the winter, that's like a culture shock, I guess. Then also there's the system of trains. I feel like train system isn't really something that we have in Nigeria. Yeah, we probably have maybe one train station. I'm not even sure. And I think it functions in such a strict way. Maybe it probably only moves once in a day. So it's not really it's not people use the only version of public transportation is either you're in all those rickety buses,
Right.
or you're using an Uber. But I think I'm the type of person that likes to take the train. So that's definitely something that I...
Have you got the chance to ride the subway out here?
Yeah, several times. People say it's dirty. People say it's dirty.
It can be,
the rats are huge. But still, I think it's such a fast way to get to where you're going, and you don't really feel seen because there's so many people. Everyone is going about their day, and I prefer it to just sitting down in the cab and just waiting out your time to expire, and it's cheaper too. So
it is. It's really cheap. But you look amazing. You want to do a little quick fit check for us, or you want to talk about what you're wearing?
Okay, I'm wearing Adidas on my legs. My shoes say Adidas. I got this custom lace something because it's colorful. I have on these pants. Do I get up too?
You can get up if you want. Yeah.
I have on these pants from La Femme. They're a brand in Amsterdam. And it has F, which also is my name. So kind of works. They sent me this. Then I have some, what are they called? Mufflers or scarves from M&S. I got this in London when I went for the show. Then I also have the jacket from M&S as well. The top, kind of naked on the inside, so I'll just do this. It's from Bami. You can see Bami written on it, but just a little. What else? My scarf is from my mom. Glasses, I think it's Prada, I'm not so sure. That's it. Except my underwear. I don't know where it is.
Nah, yeah, you do look good. You do look good though. But I want to congratulate you. You just graduated.
Yes. Congrats to me. Because that was tough.
It was. I was just gonna ask about that. How was that? Especially you being an artist and also going to school full time.
I would say it was a bit challenging, but it wasn't so hard because I never really had my tests or exams clashing with me having to be at any show or be at any recording. So I just chalk that one up to God just doing his thing. The hard aspect would be me always having to study, you know, or try to get to classes so they could take like so I can write my name in attendance, you know, because my lecturers are like very crazy with stuff like that in school. But it was easy because I went to like a federal school, Obafemi Awolowo University, Great Ife. Let me just say that. But in that school, people have like the lecturers are very very strict. But it's something where you could, if you have like friends in your class, they could always just like sign your name for you or something like that. But don't do that, kids. Stay in school, like. But I think I'm someone who has like, I catch up to things quickly. So, in in hindsight, aside the fact that it was like hard to always like be juggling music and studying, it was still pretty easy because all I would just have to do is like, I guess, should I say, lock myself in my house for like about a week and I would be ready for like my exam week, that sort of thing. So yeah.
Sounds like you're really smart. Was there a point of time where you lived on campus?
No,
You never lived on campus?
never. Like
Ooh.
it's ghetto. I'm so sorry. It's too ghetto, especially if like a federal university in
Right.
Nigeria. It's not. It's like, I mean, your parents will probably advise you to stay on campus because it will be like you need to experience school, you need to experience life, da da da. But like life doesn't stop outside of the school, the school campus. Like I feel like that's just something that parents would say because they're like from a different time. But now everyone wants to stay off campus, like, and it's like the at the time that I got into school, there was the whole thing of you having to pay for your bed space. So it seemed like a very good opportunity for me to stay off campus because I'm like, if you're going to pay for a bed space on campus, you might as well just pay for a room off campus.
Right, or an apartment or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say personally here is when I went to school, I wanted to live on campus because I wanted the experience. I wanted, you know.
I mean, it's different.
I
It's
mean,
different. You people are on some bougie. I'm sure you don't have like bunk beds and they're putting like maybe like 4 bunk beds and they're putting like 16 students in there.
nah, we have bunk beds. It depends. So, for example, like if you're an athlete and you have a scholarship, you
Yeah.
get a nicer room.
Yeah.
Or and it just depends what kind of college you go to too, because some colleges are old and their domes are still old.
Yeah.
They haven't been updated, so it just depends. Your experience can depend on how
Can differ.
on your parents, how rich they are. If they got it, then they got it.
Oh yeah.
And if you went to a nice school where they have everything's updated, renovated, then you probably have better beds. But if you go to a school that's old, and the experience can
But
be.
everyone would have beds though.
Everyone has their own. We don't share beds, but we have bunk beds though.
Yeah.
But it just be two, like two students, one down.
one up, one down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty standard. If that's what they were doing in federal schools, it wouldn't seem so crazy. But you could have a situation where 2 students are sharing a bed. So that's crazy.
Yeah. But let's get into your music. I want to ask, who was the first big artist to acknowledge your talent?
I feel like everybody already pretty much knows this. Olamide Bado, yeah, he was the first
one.
Yeah.
He was the first one.
I would say he was the first that reached out. But the first big artist that I started speaking to was Mr. Eazi. But Mr. Eazi, I reached out to him myself. Like I texted him and I'm like, because he's the owner of Empawa and I know that they empower artists. So I just took like after my freestyle video went viral on Twitter and Empawa kind of quoted the tweet with like, oh, you need to reach out to us to let us know, to let us listen to more music. But I didn't hear anything from them, even though they said I should reach out. I did reach out, but didn't hear anything from them. So I just took like a leap of faith and I texted Mr. Eazi myself and I'm like, yo, you know that you need me. I'm hot. I'm hot stuff. That's literally what I said. Like I was just kind of trying to prove myself to him in his DMs and I was telling him that I feel like if you put money on me, you make the money back.
Right.
So I think you should take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. And that's what he did. So we got into like this distribution deal with Empire at the time and distributed my first project, Rhythm 5. But the first artist that reached out to me was Olamide. He was like, and at the time Olamide reached out to me, I don't think I wasn't speaking to Mr. Eazi at the time. So I think he reached out to me solely based on my freestyle video that went viral. So that was crazy because I was like, wow.
Yeah, speaking of Empawa, the first time I heard music from you was from Empawa's Instagram, and right after that, just kind of, you know, when you find an artist that you like, or you find something that you like, you just kind of go into
Search it.
you kind of search it up, kind of listen to what they got
Rabbit hole.
going on, whatever they, you know, whatever they've put out, just
Yeah.
to kind of see if you like. You also like the other song that they have. But since then, it's been a long time since Baby Rhythm,
Yeah,
obviously, and you've
true.
put out a lot of different music. You know, like you've had a lot of different features. You've worked with a ton of artists. Davido. Actually, one of the latest one that I like is the Cold War. You have with Lona, Fever We Sounds.
Yeah.
But also, you also have, you know, you recently released your own project, Dutty Love.
Yeah.
What is it? Why did you call it Dutty Love?
Because love is dirty. I mean, literally, I feel like as good as love is and as desirable as it is, you know, like it's so good to be in love. Like it's the one thing that I feel like we all need because it gives you like a different perspective on life and just on things. When you're in love, you're happy. You're skipping through the universe. You're skipping around. Like you're not so mad at everything anymore. But at the same time, it's really dirty. Like I feel like once you're in it, you have to take everything that it comes with, the bad, ugly, like you don't really get to pick and choose what you want to deal with when you're in love. It's like, it's probably like the test of your stamina, I guess. Because I don't really think any one person comes perfect or comes like with only good things.
Right.
And you can never really know a person that much. That's one thing that I would always stand and live by. Because I feel like even people, like even ourselves, we don't really know ourselves that much. Like, there's something that you might do tomorrow and you'd be like, oh shit, I didn't even know that I would do that. Like I didn't know that that's me.
That's
so
true.
I feel like we're still on that path discovering ourselves each day. So for someone else to discover you, like they can't really discover you fully. So I just feel like once you decide to love someone, even though it's not really like a decision, people say it's a decision, but I don't think it is. Like I don't think you can decide. Like it just kind of happens. But if you do decide, or when you love someone, you have to accept everything that comes with them, especially when you now like lock in and you decide to fully commit to them. So I really think that love is dirty, and in all ramifications, that's what the EP is about. Like most of my songs, it's like it's about love, but at the same time, it's like there's some darkness to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you got complicated on there.
Yeah.
Cause it can be complicated too. Love can be complicated, you know. It can be complicated. So basically, love inspired that EP.
Yeah, definitely. Belong to You was me just being very, very pissed off and angry at my ex. So I was just like going in, and you can tell I was angry. If you listen to Belong to You, you can just tell that because I was just like, you know, don't apologize to me. That's what I was saying in the second verse. Like, just act like a grown nigga should act. Like, don't, like, the sorries are too much at this point. Like, I just need you to come through and be for real, like, be the man that I want you to be. So, but I'm still saying at the end of the day in the song that I belong to this person. So it's just insane. Like, why should you belong to someone who seemingly, like, is hurting you? But, like, there's the good and there's the bad.
Right.
Yeah,
so like you said earlier, you gotta take the good and the bad at the same time.
You gotta take the good and the bad. But you have to still know what you can deal with and what you can't deal with. So you're not miserable at the end of the day.
So you kinda have to have your limit with it, really.
Yeah. Your limit or your own style. Because, like, for example, you might be, an example, you might be like, and this is like the most trivial examples like I could ever use. Like, you might be you might be a bad snorer, like a bad snorer, but I might fuck with that. I don't know, censor. I might actually, like, that might be something but someone else might feel like, oh, this is like a deal breaker for me. I can't deal with this. So I just feel like it's your spice. You just have to figure out what you can deal with, what you can tolerate, and what you can't. If you can't tolerate it, no need like masking it and trying to work around, especially if you know this is something that the person can change about themselves. If not, you just end up resenting the person at the end of the day. And I don't think that that's what love is about. As much as it's dirty, it's not. It shouldn't have all of that resentment and hate in it. Yeah.
Now, me personally, I love your pen. I know you have. I love your lyrics. I love the way you write your songs. You know, why inspires you? Like, what's your creative process like when you're writing a song?
Mm. Most times it's usually the beats that tells me what direction I want to go. Cause I never really go into the studio thinking, oh, this thing that pissed me off like last week, or I'm so happy about passing my exam. I'm gonna go into the studio and write about it. Like it's usually what the beat is telling me at the time. So if the beat is kind of feeling like, oh, this is like solemn and this is moody, I'm definitely going to write like some sad stuff. But if the beat has this high, that's why I feel like Afrobeats, when I do Afrobeats, it makes me want to sing about happy stuff all the time. Because Afrobeats is just so, it's just
So poppy, so yeah.
so you don't really want to be like, oh shit, I lost my mom, I lost my dad, like this life is hard. Like to Afrobeats, it never really gives you that vibe. So I think it's really the beat that inspires me. And then when I start to write, I usually start to write from the first line. I have a friend, Cold, she's a Nigerian artist.
Mm-hmm.
She was telling me the other day that she usually writes her songs from the hook. And then she can be stuck not having the first verse.
Right.
And I was like, that could never be me. So like our creative processes are so different. I would think that everyone starts from the beginning, but like not everyone is like that. So for me, I always start from the beginning. I could be stuck at the hook, but I always have my beginning sorted out. That's why sometimes in my songs, I always come back to what I sang at the beginning. Like in Baby Rhythm, I came back to Steady Your Face Job for Me. In Controller, I came back, I Can See You Like It, even though that's not like the hook of the song.
Right.
What else? In most of my songs, I always do that. In Belong to You, I did that. I made up my mind to leave yesterday because I'm just always so in love with the melodies at the beginning. I just feel like it should come back. And most people would, when you're in sessions, most producers would be like, are you sure you want that to come back again? Like, that's not the usual arrangement of songs that people do. It's usually like first verse, pre-chorus, chorus, second verse, pre-chorus, chorus.
Yeah.
But I would do first verse, pre-chorus, chorus, second verse, first verse, pre-chorus, chorus. And I don't really think it matters. I don't really think structures of songs should be so rigid like that. I'm always trying to like twist and, be fluid with how I do music so that I can do something different from what people have always been, doing in the past, especially when it feels like that's the way it should be.
Right. But from your New Year's project, what's one lyric you can say, damn, I wrote that?
The new project. I have to think which I prefer.
Well, it could be any from all your music.
I'm just really trying to think about the one that is my favorite because everything is coming to me now, but I'm like, I like everything. Lose My Mind. I feel like I loved the direction I went on with that song because it's not something that I would usually do. It's kind of satirical, but it's also very serious. But because the song is very gyrational type, I don't think that's English, but it's very gyrate. I think that's Yoruba, gyrate. It's very like hyper, like you wouldn't really be able to tell how serious the song is, but like the verse is my God, I love you. Can we have a tete-a-tete? My God, I love you. Can we have a tete-a-tete? God, if the world is bad, then why am I here? I'm saving for Christmas in December, but that's a day Pope Julius made up because it's like we're supposed to believe that December is like Jesus' birthday, but like somebody just told us that. Like we don't really know.
Right.
So that song is me basically like trying to talk to God and saying like, I want to know stuff about you, but not from other people. Like I want to be able to have some like a very personal relationship with you, and I'm just not there yet. So like, can we actually have a tete-a-tete? Like, can we sit down and talk? you know, that sort of vibe. So that's exactly what Lose My Mind is like. So I think that maybe that's like my favorite, just because it's like in a different direction than what I'd usually go.
Yeah, I like it. Now I know you're very versatile, just based on the songs and features you've done.
Yeah.
And I know you mentioned that you don't have a genre. What does that mean to you?
You know, now that it's 2025 and most people don't have genres, it's like maybe I should take that out from my bio, but never. Because I stand by it, because I feel like till now people still try to fit me in a box, you know. Maybe
Right.
now with the new project people will stop trying to fit me in a box, because there's Lose My Mind on Dutty Love. There's Dutty Love song, which is kind of like EDM house type vibe. Excuse me. Then there's Controller, which is kind of Amapiano. Then there's Juju, which is like Afro, but it's like Afro soul. And there's Belong to You, that's drill. Like, so it's like, I'm hoping with the new project, Dutty Love, people will stop trying to box me in. Because when I go for sessions, people still try to like, when they are suggesting beats, they're like, oh, I feel like you like this one. Why? Just because I have baby rhythm. Like, I still think that I still need to put that on my bio, so people know that I'm somebody that likes to bend, like, and just do crazy things.
Yeah, I was just gonna talk about that. You've blended a lot of different genres with everybody you've worked with, like Davido, Masika. It's just kind of like all over the place, and like how has that kind of helped you in your musical genre? Like how do you like that? How do you like doing that work with different people?
I think it helps me discover bits and pieces of myself.
Right.
Because I can rap. Like, I don't think anyone knows I can rap. Like, very soon that rap record is coming out, man. And I don't think I would have ever figured that out if I just decided to stick to like a certain genre of music. So I'm just always figuring out, because like when I started making music, it was something that I had to start. Like, I don't think anyone came and whispered in my ear like, you can sing or you can write. Like, so it's like you have to sit down and actually try to do something. If you suck at it, you suck at it, but like you actually have to try at least first of all. And I was the type of person who would say no Afrobeats for like 2 years of my career. Like when I started 2019, 2020, I was saying no to Afrobeats because I felt like all my inspirations were international. Adele, Sia, Shaggy, Billie, Lord, Lana Del Rey, like all the people that I used to look up to and listen to like regularly were like international. So I would always just feel like those are the type of music that I could make. Even XXXTentacion, that guy was like, I used to listen to him so much.
So
want
you
to write
liked
like
him?
him. Yeah, no. At some point, I thought lo-fi was the genre of music I was going to go into.
Yeah.
Because it was like a blend of like pop and soul.
Right.
So it just seemed like the right way for me to go. But then I started to explore Afrobeats. And I realized that, okay, you know what? Like, I could actually bring this side of me that's so poetic and deep and sad and dark and put it and twist it in like, you know, like high vibes and also like in sort of like a happy way. So I think, yeah, I'm forever going to be exploring genres. Like, there are a lot of genres that I haven't done yet, and I hope to do them in the future.
So speaking of genres you hope to do, who would you like to collaborate with that you haven't yet?
Like artists or producers?
Anybody. It could be anybody. It could be producers. It could be artists.
I would love to collaborate with Diplo, Coldplay, because I feel like they're always like bending music.
Right.
What else? I really want to mention producers because I feel like they're the ones that are like bending the, I don't know,
Turning the wheel.
Yes, the music and the beats and everything. Yeah, let me just say those two people because I feel like I know producers, but I don't know them by name. I don't have to mix up anything right now.
All right. Now, before you get out of here, I want to ask if anybody was listening to your music for the first time.
Yeah.
What do you feel like is an emotion that you provoke out of somebody when they first hear your song?
Emotion. Oh. Yo, I don't know. I know that people feel my songs very deeply because most people, when they meet me, they're able to identify, they tell me, like, they're able to identify that there's a lot of soul in my music, which is
Right.
like, like, I'll take that off the board because, like, mission accomplished for me. But emotion, I really think it would depend on the song. Like, I feel like Belongs to You is supposed to make you angry. It's supposed to make you want to fight for something. For a song like Juju, it's supposed to make you feel love, supposed to make you feel at peace, at ease. I just hope that when people listen to my songs, they're able to feel something at least. Not just, oh, this is music, but you're able to feel like my voice, you're able to tell how raw it is, you're able to feel the emotions coming out of me, and you're able to connect and also like bear out your emotions as well. Yeah.
Right. Before you get out of here, is there anything else you'd like to say to our audience
Audience.
and your fan base too?
I don't know if this is going to come out before the show tomorrow though, but like, is it going to come out before the show tomorrow?
It's not gonna come out before the show. We'll be there, but it's gonna come out soon. Or like.
Okay, so I'm just going to say, thank you for coming to my show tomorrow in New York. I guess I'm just gonna say hi to the New York family. I really hope that when you watch this, you actually go listen to my music and then you come tell me how my music makes you feel. For my fans, I love you.
Nah, thank you very much for being here. Can you kind of, because we have a big following from here in New York, can you kind of tell them where they can find you? Where they can find you?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
on Apple Music, Spotify, all streaming platforms, it's Fave. That's Fave, the Big Dutty Gyal, not the small one. And on social media, my handles are FAVESZN. That's Fave Season, because those platforms have refused to give me my handle as Fave. So now I have to add season to it. So that's where you can find me. When you see me outside, come and meet me. Let's hug.
Thank you very much. We hope you come back. And I'm excited for the show tomorrow. We'll be there.
Thank you.
We'll be there.
I'll be looking out for you.
Yeah.